Harmonize with me and hold me tight all through the night. You're shining bright, I'm your oyster, baby, you're my pearl.
Dom!
Billy.
Here we are on the Friendship Onion.
And we're still in a festive, Christmassy mood, but maybe more of a kind of New Year's Eve kind of mood right
Well,
now.
I think we should, Dom, because I think it starts around the 20th of December and it takes me right through to the 3rd of January.
Yeah.
I want it to be festive right through all that time.
Yeah, Christmas isn't just about Christmas Day. It's about the Christmas holiday season.
All your friends and having some time to recharge and be thankful for all that you've got. Isn't it a nice time of year, Dom?
It is. It's the most wonderful time of the year, I think.
And now it's New Year
Mm.
and the start of a whole fresh year. What have you got planned, Dom?
Well, I've always subscribed to, loving New Year's Eve and the whole idea of like, it doesn't necessarily matter the mistakes that you've made yesterday or on New Year's Eve last year. It's a brand new year tomorrow morning and you get a chance to start again. So I don't know really. I think just trying to be a nicer person.
You couldn't be any nicer, Dom.
That's lovely.
You've hit peak nice person.
Yeah, I might have for me. I might have topped out.
PNP.
What about you?
I don't-
You're not a man for resolutions.
I'm not one for resolutions. I don't buy into it, Tom. If I want to make a resolution, I'll make that whenever I want during the year.
Mm.
But I do like the start of a new year.
Mm.
Yeah, as you say, it feels good. It feels fresh. I'm
full of
excited.
hope.
Isn't
Full of
it?
hope,
It's
do you know
full
what I
of
mean?
hope. I love it, Dom.
You told me years ago it's the hope that kills you. That's what you said.
Does that say that?
Yeah, you were like, well, it's the hope that really kills you. Maybe it is, maybe it's not.
Well, it's nice to see you at the start of this new year, Dom.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to this. Another Friendship Onion. And we get to wear the hats again.
We
which
get
I
to wear
enjoyed.
the hats again. We're going to be answering questions from people. We're probably going to be doing another episode of Billy and Dom Eat the World.
I hope so.
Maybe we'll open some of these gifts if we have time. We just don't know.
We haven't even got through them yet. Shall we do one just now? One
Shall we?
each. Come on.
All right, let's have a look.
I know you love opening gifts. Let me do one and I'll come on, Tom. Yeah, that was a good one. Right. Thanks, Tom. Oh, it's flat. It's very flat. Right, what do you think yours is?
Nothing in this one.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
That was a terrible gift, whoever said that.
It's from someone in LA. Nothing in there. Nothing.
Ready for this one, Tom? Right.
From Australia.
Thank you to everybody who sent us gifts. It's very, very kind. Look at this one, Dom. It's a calendar.
Of Australia.
Is it?
I don't know. Looks like it.
Would you say that's Australia, Dom?
Probably.
Is that Australia?
Probably.
Oh, look at
That's
that nice
Australia. Could be
wave.
Bill's Beach, mate.
Here, grab a hold of that. I'll tell you what it is, Dom. You have a look. There's some lovely pictures in there. Right.
Oh, mother may I don't know. I think these are photos that the person's taken themselves.
Hold on. This is it. Dom, it's not even for us.
Isn't it?
It's for my wife.
Oh,
I
that's
better not
lovely.
open. I better not open that. It's not for us.
Oh, that's lovely.
Dear Ali, it says.
Oh.
Thank you for sending stuff to my wife at the Friendship Onion.
The very last picture is just rocks.
Isn't that lovely?
Beach rocks.
Absolutely. I love the beach.
I like the beach too. Life's a beach.
That's what they say.
There you go, darling.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you
I'll
for
get that
sending-
to Ali, whoever sent that. Thank you very
for
much.
sending all your Christmas gifts in. And also, if you guys have made a New Year's resolution and you want us to keep you or hold you accountable for it, please let us know what that New Year's resolution is. And then we'll check in with you throughout the year, or you can check in with us and let us know how you're doing with it.
And
if
Dom loves New Year's resolutions, so he will hold you accountable.
I'm a fan of making New Year's resolutions. So remember, you can always send us an email at thefriendshiponion@castmedia.com.
Or you could send us a voice, actually your voice at the SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/thefriendshiponion. Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. Right. Should we...
Let's move on, Dom.
Billy, it's time for another amazing segment of Quirky Worky, where we find a wonderful person with a unique or fascinating job from around the world.
Up to now, we've only had human beings. Are we sticking with that, Dom?
Still a human.
Still a human, and we'll find them, will we, on our computer screen?
Yes.
Give us a name, Dom. Give us a name.
Well, today we're going to be talking to the wonderful Andy Hennon. And Andy, we're going to give you a little introductionary blurb here. Shall I do this, or do you want
Oh,
to?
no, you do it, Dom.
Okay, it
It'll
says
be
here-
lovely, this, Andy. I look forward to this.
Andy's a musical therapist, and it says here Andy is a musical therapist, music therapist living and working in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
She has been a music therapist for 3 years, where she utilizes the power of music to help clients reach their goals, whether those are mental, emotional, physical, or skill-based. She currently works for a company that provides services to individuals with special needs, such as autism and developmental disabilities. Now, Andy, this is a fascinating job. Tell us about this.
It really is. Hello, Andy.
Yeah.
Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you guys.
How does this
Yeah,
work?
So music therapy is a clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals within a therapeutic relationship by like a credentialed professional and a client. So you can use music, for anyone from birth to death, really.
Okay. So let's start with, how did music come into your life? Where were you first introduced to that?
I joined fourth grade band, and
Right.
it kind of just went from there. I've been in anything musical, anything I could get my hands on my whole life. And it's just a really big part of who I am as a person.
And what did you play in band?
I started on the saxophone.
Lovely.
That was my first love. Yeah. And then when I was around 16, I started taking drum lessons, and that's what I focused on pretty much through college and stuff.
Oh, paradiddles and all that.
So did you always
Paradiddles,
think
yeah.
did you always think you were going to do some sort of job associated with music, Andy?
No, I actually went to my first semester of college. I went for psych because I didn't know music therapy was a thing.
Right.
And because I really like helping people. And then someone said, well, why not music therapy? So I switched majors, and then I decided to do music therapy.
So how does it work? You can play certain instruments, and you also want to help people. You were going down that psych route. So how do you combine those two things? Just talk us through what an average day kind of looks like for you.
Yeah. There are 4 main types of musical interventions. So there's receptive. So maybe we listen to a song together and then we talk about it. It can help with relaxation. It can help develop maybe auditory skills. We can recreate a song. If there's a song that you really like, maybe you can play it on guitar and you can sing it, and then it can kind of be a form of self-expression. Or maybe you can play a drum and we can work on motor skills. Improvisation, which is my favorite, like drum circles, can be a form of communication, especially for people who maybe struggle with like verbalizing their feelings. Maybe they can just kind of express that musically. And then composition. So writing music, this is really popular in older adults, kind of like legacy work, like leaving behind a legacy for their family members. It really just depends on the client and what they need.
So the company you're working for just now, they would be involved in all parts of that? So you're not based in a center helping people? Is it anyone can come to your company and say, we would like you to come to us? Is that how that works?
So the company I work for, is more specific for developmental disability, autism, traumatic brain injuries, stuff like that. So a lot of our focus is kind of helping them with decision-making, self-expression, communication, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I know back in Glasgow, I've got a friend who does this work, and he's asked me a few times to go in and just be part of the group, go in with a guitar and play some music, and everybody's got drums, and it's fantastic. And talking to the people that work in the centre that he goes into, he tells me it's most people in that centre, sometimes with quite severe disabilities, will really look forward to that day more than anything else they're doing. They just love the music. Yeah. They just love being part of, I suppose, being part of a group again, and just kind of, been part of creating something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of individuals who are nonverbal, but maybe love music and that really, really connect to it. And it's a, like you're saying, like it's a chance for them to really connect with others. Yeah.
And it's all, excuse me, Andy, it's all kind of individually assessed by you in terms of if two different people came to you with the same problem, a death in the family or something like that, you would have to work out exactly how music speaks to those individuals and then kind of gear it around them. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I think music is such a unique experience for each of us individually that we really have to focus on what works for that person so that we can, just for the best success in the therapeutic relationship.
Mm. What about you personally, Andy? What's your favorite type of music? Do you have a favorite kind of genre or artist that like stand out for you?
I honestly love every single kind of music. I think there's a time and a place for everything. Some of my favorites are probably like Amy Winehouse. I think her songwriting skills are incredible. I really like Hozier.
Yeah.
But I love everything.
What's your main instrument now?
Pretty much every day, I mostly play guitar and sing. It's really easy to sit in front of somebody, hold a guitar, and like really connect with them.
Sure.
And a lot of percussive instruments for those, so we can incorporate the client as well, because I think it's easier for people to pick up a set of shakers and play along if they don't have musical skills.
And with you doing this, just thinking about you personally now, when you're using music to help people sort of all day, do you still feel like after that, like at night, do you still play music in the house, or do you play in a band, or do you do anything like that?
I really I know a lot of people get a little bit burnt out in their careers when it's the same thing as their hobby. But I honestly, I feel really blessed that I found this career, because I'll go home and I'll just play some of my favorite songs and can really relax, or on the drive home, play my favorite music. And it helps me to kind of transition to from work to personal life. So
fantastic. And is there songs that just always work? Like if someone's having a hard time or whatever, that you're like, the long and winding road, or, that always calms people down. That is always is there anything like that? Is there a universal, or not really?
I honestly don't think so. I think it's just everybody's different, and someone could have a weird bad reaction to a song that maybe worked for somebody just previously.
Right.
But there's,
I think I think you could, as a broad sweeping generalization, I think if the three of us now just did a quick verse of the Birdie song, we'd feel much better.
Should
we do it?
Yeah. Do you know the Birdie song?
Happy birthday?
No.
No, the Birdie song. You
Birdie
started,
song.
Bills. You'll know it, Andy. We'll just do a quick rendition of it, and you'll feel so much better.
From what we hear, it started off in Germany, and it's taken over the world. You can use this whenever you like, Andy.
We'll follow your lead.
Are we
Bills.
ready?
Let's do it.
Now, there's nothing that can make you happy about that song.
I feel
That is
so much
fantastic.
better.
That's true. I'll add it to my repertoire for sure.
I
Yeah, there
think
you
you
go.
definitely should. It's great.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, Andy, any specific changes or things occurring during this crazy COVID world that we're all living in now? Is there a higher level of anxiety and need for the work that you do?
Previously I worked in an inpatient psychiatric hospital, and I feel like there is like kind of maybe more stress and more anxiety, and people coming in and kind of, especially people who are typically, they struggle with socialization, and now they're more kind of isolated. That's definitely where I currently work. COVID has mostly impacted our ability to meet in person, which has been the biggest struggle probably.
Because I think I'd be pretty sure in saying that music in person must be much more impactful than this over a Zoom. To actually, being in a room where a string is being hit or a drum is being hit is something different, isn't it?
Yeah, we do what we can and try
Yeah.
to keep people safe, but we do have some in-persons with distance and masks and stuff, and we do our best. So
So lovely to be able to spend your life like that.
yeah,
playing music like
I'm
that.
definitely blessed.
And there's a quote I like, and I've never been able to find it. I've said it to Dom before, so I'm hoping maybe I made it up, in which case I'm much smarter than I thought I was.
Is it?
Right.
If you don't like cheese with holes in it, just cut the holes and leave them on the side of your plate.
No, that was
Oh,
one of yours.
That was one of mine, yeah.
I'm sure I read somewhere somebody said that art is how we decorate space and music is how we decorate time.
Oh, that's great.
And I thought that was
I love
lovely. Like how kind of it just. Here's my favourite thing to do in the world, Andy. Lie in the bath with my favourite album on, drinking a glass of wine.
I can attest to that. Very often I'm trying to get hold of him at night and he won't send me a text back, and then a few hours later he'll say, I was in the bath listening to Kenny G covered in bubbles.
Kenny G.
Probably not
That's
Kenny
great.
G. Annie DeFranco it used to be back
Annie
in the day.
DeFranco. I've got about 5 or 6 bath albums that sort of rotate, and sometimes 1 or 2 will get added to it.
Do you have on heavy rotation Rubber Ducky by Bert and Ernie? Because they're in the bath when they sing that. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath times lots of
So
fun.
much fun.
I'll certainly be looking that one up, Dom.
It's a good one.
It sounds like Andy knew that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Of course.
Well, Andy, what a fascinating job, and also what an inspiring thing to have taken something that's brought you so much joy growing up and turned it into something that now pays you wages and helps people. That's so cool, Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I
so-
love what I do.
So nice to meet you, Andy. Thank you very much for coming on. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Nice to meet you guys too.
Have a lovely festive
Bye-bye.
season, Andy.
Yay!
Yes, you guys too.
Happy
Bye.
New Year. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Bye bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Now, this week, Tom, we're doing something very special. I think it's something that you enjoy, but we can go into that a bit further. But, Dom, it is, in fact, apple cider vinegar.
Or as it's known in the health industry, ACV.
Is that what they call
I
it?
think they call it ACV.
What for?
Just to be cool and trendy. And
All right.
be like,
Now, this is a lot of people in the health industry swear by this. Am I right, Dom?
yes, Billy, I absolutely love it. Now, for the longest time there, I was drinking lemon juice in one of those big, water bottles that you carry around. But I realized that over a couple of days or so, if you don't finish the lemon juice will spoil. And then you get kind of strange tasting lemon juice. Apple cider vinegar is obviously preserved and will stay as it is ad infinitum. And it's one of my all-time favorite drinks. I'll pour you a little shot, which we're going to cut with water, Bill. So we'll put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there.
And while you do that, if you don't mind, I'd like to get into the history of vinegar.
If you could.
The history of vinegar starts around 5000 BC, when the Babylonians used the fruit of a date palm to make vinegar. They used it as a food source and as a preserving or pickling agent. Vinegar residues have been found in ancient Egyptian urns traced back to 3000 years BC.
Wow. It is so good for you. It's almost a little bit of a panacea, vinegar.
What does that mean?
It means that it goes into your body and it works out itself what it needs to do, where it needs to heal you. Do
Wow.
you have an earache? I'll heal that. Do you have a headache? I'll heal that. Do you have a problem with your digestive system or maybe a sore toe? I'll head there. It's a brilliant thing to get into your system. I'm always drinking apple cider vinegar, and especially this apple cider vinegar brags because it contains this thing called the mother, which is almost a kind of living element to the vinegar because it's unpasteurized. So the vinegar becomes stronger over time the more
Now,
you leave it.
I have a bit of a history with this vinegar that we can go into in depth
Yeah. Should we have a
after
little-
we've tried it.
Let's have a little taste. Down the hatch. You don't have to
Cheers.
take the whole shot. if
No,
you
I
don't want.
won't.
I probably will.
Will you?
Love it. Sour.
Ah.
Makes you do that noise with your mouth.
Oh, hit me the strange place that done.
I love it.
Oh.
It's very, very good for you. If you're having, this is my own personal testimony here.
Yeah.
If you're having digestive problems, let's say you've eaten a particularly heavy pizza and it's sitting heavily on your stomach, a shot or two of apple cider vinegar will allow it to move through. Also, I'm susceptible to losing hearing in my right ear.
What?
Yes. And if I drink a shot or two of apple cider vinegar, it can sometimes heal that problem too. It's brilliant. It's one of my favorite things to drink. I absolutely love it. It's going to get high scores for me. And with that in mind, I'll read you a little blurb. The word vinegar, did you read this? Comes from the Latin word for sour wine.
Aha.
Did you read this? No. And has been used for thousands of years. Most people consume it in salad dressings or sauces. However, it has been used for many things. Vinegar is one of nature's great gifts, a true natural product. Any alcoholic beverage, whether it be from apples, grapes, dates, rice, or plain white sugar, once exposed to air, will naturally turn to vinegar. It's the bacteria in the air that converts the alcohol in cider, wine, and beer into acetic acid, giving vinegar its sharp, sour taste. Now tell people about your particular personal story with vinegar.
I didn't mind that too much there, but for a long time, I couldn't take this vinegar, Dom, because,
I'm having another.
as you know, quite a few years ago now, I had gallstones in my gallbladder. And it gave me incredible pain.
Probably the worst pain that you've had in your life, physical.
Yeah, not like, I tell you why it's so bad, Dom. It stays for a long time. So I'd know when it was coming. I'd get this sort of like, heartburn. And I'd be like, it's beginning. And I'd read a lot about this vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So then I would start drinking this to try and stop it becoming worse. But it would get worse, Dom, and then it would drop into my lower stomach, and the pain would never go away.
Stabbing pain?
No, like dull ache. And say this was about 9 o'clock at night, I'd try stretching and get myself in different ways, and I'd be drinking this vinegar, and it'd just be awful, and it would stay with me, honestly, till about 6 a.m.
Jesus.
And I had no comfort. It was awful.
Painkillers didn't help.
Well, do you know what? Looking back at it now, I hardly ever took painkillers because in my mind, I always think that painkillers are bad for your stomach.
Right.
And all the pain was in my stomach.
Good point.
So it just subconsciously, I didn't really do painkillers. I was doing this vinegar. And as I say, I'd have it for about 8 or 9 hours, this pain. And a couple of times it took me to the ER where they would give me heavy painkillers. And that was good, Dom.
You were unwell. I was away working on a job and you had been to New Zealand to work on The Hobbit. And the next time I saw you, you'd lost a lot of weight.
Dom, I was down to 124 pounds.
That is, about 9 stone, something like that, maybe even less.
Less. It's very light for me.
If you don't mind me saying, you were a shadow of your former self.
My clothes were falling off me,
There was
Dom.
nothing to it.
Because I couldn't eat.
Oh, no.
When it started, it used to be maybe I'd have to avoid white bread or things that were very fatty. But then it got like I couldn't eat any carbs. And then it got that I couldn't eat anything but fruit. And then I couldn't eat fruit.
Because your gallbladder creates a calcified stone that usually gets passed, but when it gets so big, it can't pass through the gall duct.
Yeah, you got it, Dom.
And it just sits there. And yours, I've seen yours, because we extract them. They're about the size of a couple of Marifat peas.
And I was thinking of making, you can say yes or no to this, 2 necklaces. I'd have one, you'd have the other.
Oh.
And then we would always have a piece of me hanging from your neck.
Have you smelt it? Does it smell of anything?
Doesn't smell of anything.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a spray. It's been a few years now. I haven't looked at them for a while, but I hope they haven't.
Where are they?
They're on my bookcase.
Nice.
But I hope they haven't like disintegrated, because otherwise they could have stayed in my gallbladder and
Yeah, good
disintegrated.
point.
I had to get the thing removed.
I remember. And now what happens when you get your gallbladder removed? What happens moving forward? Anything
So here's the
particular?
gallbladder, Dom. The gallbladder sits wherever it sits, and it takes the what do you call that? bile from your liver, and it keeps it in this little gallbladder. And then when you eat something fatty, it squeezes itself, and it squirts some this bile into your stomach, helps you dissolve the fat. So basically, I don't have that little reservoir now. It just goes from my liver straight into my stomach, I suppose.
And it doesn't cause any issues.
Luckily, fingers crossed and touch wood, I have been all right, and I feel the benefit, Dom.
No.
I would not wish that pain on my worst enemy.
Well, if that was still going on now, after all that time ago that you had it, I don't think you'd be with us anymore. I think you probably would have topped yourself.
Well, I'd be about 6 or 7 pounds.
You poor thing. Yeah, I'm going to read this. During biblical times, vinegar was used to flavour food and as an energising drink and medicine. It is mentioned in both the Old and New Testaments. For example, in Ruth. I didn't know Ruth was a book in the Bible. Ruth.
Oh, yeah, Ruth.
The book of Tina, the book of Sheila. In the book of Ruth 2:14, it says, after working hard in the fields, Ruth was invited by Boaz to eat bread and dip it in vinegar. Well, what a date night that was.
Fantastic. But so I used to use this to try and stop this gallbladder pain.
Yeah.
I think it worked at the start, maybe. But then those long nights, Dom, were just me. I would drink gallons of this trying to get rid of this pain. So then I associated this with that pain. So I haven't had it since,
But
really.
you're all right with it now. It's Pavlovian, isn't it? That's a Pavlovian response. I like Pavlovian responses.
But now I think I'll get back on it and I'll do. How much would you say, to be medicinal?
So I have one of those big kind of, I would say, at least half-litre bottles. And I put a glog, I would say maybe about that much.
Right.
Probably 3 or 4 tablespoons in a half-litre bottle. And I just sip that throughout the day. And it's been brilliant for things like my digestive system and general
You swear
stuff.
by it. It's good.
I love it. I absolutely love
It
it.
also has a strong history in Africa and China, Dom, as an alternative medicine. It contains vitamin C and B, as well as acetic acid, which increases the body's absorption of important minerals from foods we eat and slows down the rate at which the body turns carbohydrates into sugar.
Wow, fascinating. There's so much blood, isn't it?
It does a lot, doesn't it?
Here's another study out of Japan in 2007. Said that they found that consuming apple cider vinegar resulted in weight loss in mice in 2007. A study was done using a group of type 1 diabetics. It found that giving apple cider vinegar had slower rates of gastric emptying, the rate at which food moves from the stomach to the small intestine. This can help people feel fuller for a longer amount of time, which may reduce the total food consumption intake, therefore aiding in weight loss. The study also tracked cholesterol and triglyceride levels. They were lower, however. It may also be due to the reduction of food intake. The results were slightly unclear.
Well, there we are. But you swear by it.
Very
And,
good for you. As it says on here, good in salads.
Yeah.
If you're getting an apple cider vinegar, make sure you get one that is not pasteurized or unpasteurized, because then the vinegar inside the vessel can continue to get stronger because the living culture is still around. If you heat it through pasteurization, it's kind of a dead vinegar, and you want it to get stronger and stronger.
I like it, Dom. I like it.
Stays good forever.
It does say it's good to put into salad dressings and sauces, as you say, but it also said add to your favourite smoothie. I don't know if I'd put it in a smoothie. Strawberry and banana and vinegar.
Not for me.
Not for me.
I like it a little bit more as a kind of wellness shot. So you do a little apple cider vinegar, maybe a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little turmeric, top it up with some water, maybe you put some bee pollen in there, and take it as a shot.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit of a shocking taste, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sour.
It hits you quite hard.
But apple cider vinegar is one of the mildest of vinegars.
Is it?
Because other stuff like white vinegar or spirit vinegar is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to drink that. But this is not terrible.
During biblical times, vinegar was used to flavour foods, as an energising drink and as a medicine. And it still is, Dom.
It's been around for a long time. And as we were talking about just then, if you leave any fruit or vegetable item out in the air, the bacteria will degrade it and very often turn it into a vinegar-like substance. But you want to be careful of that. Don't just be drinking the juice of rotten fruits. No.
Hey,
Don't
Dom,
advise that.
right, come on, let's give it some scores.
Scores! First of all, flavour and or taste. I mean, it's an acquired taste.
Do you acquire a taste for it?
I love it now.
Do
I
you?
love it, yeah. And also, each bottle is different. This one's a much less sweeter one than the one that I've got at home. They're all different. The different brews of it. I'm going to give it a classic 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10, bang on there, just lost 1 point. Now, Dom, I can really only give it a 5.7.
Okay, all right. It's not for you because you have that Pavlovian response to it. Aesthetics. How would you describe that colour? What colour is that?
Cloudy piss.
Cloudy piss is a great example of that colour there. I mean, is that orange? What is that? Like a rust colour?
Oh, it's rusty.
Mild rust.
Yeah, it's rusty.
The bottle is quite iconic now. This bottle's been around.
Yeah, I like the
since
bottle. I like the bottle.
1912.
Wow.
Over 100 years.
Wow.
This company's been making apple cider vinegar.
Well, cider's been around, 5,000 years before Christ.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I like the design of this bottle. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it in my house for many years. In terms of the aesthetics of the vinegar itself, it might drop a couple of points. I'm going to give it a 7.
Well, yeah, I like when things have a sort of traditional look. I like things to look, and this looks kind of traditional to me. So I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Lovely. There's 0 calories in apple cider vinegar. I just saw that on the
How can that be?
Yeah.
What's right? Is it like water?
I mean, there's 0 anything. There's no fat. There's no calories. There's no carbohydrate.
There's nothing in it.
There's no salt.
It's not a significant source of saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, dietary, fiber, total sugar, added sugar, vitamin D, iron, potassium. There's nothing in it.
It's simply vinegar.
Simply vinegar. Organic apple cider vinegar.
And then finally,
Useful.
usefulness. My God. I mean, it's good for your hair. It's good for your skin. It's good for your eyes. It's good for your digestive system. It's good for headaches. It's good for earaches. I can attest to that.
Has this been proven?
I don't think so.
Hasn't it?
Well, I don't think so.
Is there anything?
Certainly not by me. But it makes me feel better. If I eat something that I know is going to be heavy,
Yeah.
I'll either start with a shot or 2 of apple cider vinegar, but certainly end the evening with a few glugs of apple cider vinegar. I make it my business when I go to sleep at night. I take all my clothes off and I stand in front of my bed and I think, you're going to get an absolute hammering tonight. And I take a big, massive gulp of apple cider vinegar.
Straight.
Straight, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of stuff about studies here. One showed an
Studies.
improvement in insulin action in the skeletal muscle of human adults with diabetes. And a 2015 study showed that vinegar consumption in type 2 diabetics improved blood sugar control, insulin, and triglyceride levels. So it actually has been shown to help in many ways.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, claims here, fat burning, weight loss, detox diet, lowering cholesterol. Like I said, it's been fantastic for me. If I get a headache or an earache, instead of, taking a painkiller, I'm like, well, I'll start with a shot of apple cider vinegar and I'll
Right.
give it half an hour, and very often it goes.
Well, it
Cleans
looks
your
to...
system out. Cleans it out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for usefulness.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a perfect score.
Well, I can give it a 10 out of 10 because the bottle does say put it in your favourite smoothie. And I wouldn't like that flavour in a smoothie unless it was just purely... I didn't even taste it there, and
Oh,
I just
sour.
saw your face and it
Very
made me
sour,
feel a bit sick.
Yeah, it was sour.
So I can't give it a huge score, Dom. But after speaking to you and seeing these studies here, I will have to give it a
Are you all right?
7.8.
Lovely bit of stuff. Well, that was Billy and Dom Eat the World. Of course, if you have any suggestions for us as to what you want us to eat or drink, especially from places that we've never heard of before, or food or beverage items that we've never heard of before.
Memories, childhood
memories.
anything.
We're very curious. Maybe you went to a town that you've never been to and you tried this thing and you hunted it down and you want to suggest it to us. We would love to try it. Send all your suggestions to us at thefriendshiponion@castmedia.com, or you could send us a voicemail at speakpipe/thefriendshiponion.
Speakpipe.com/The Friendship Onion.
My bad.
Don't worry about that, Tom.
Thanks.
That was a fantastic Billy and John Meet the World. Vinegar.
Well, that was the most vinegary of episodes that we've done so far. That's the sourest episode that I think we've done in terms of flavour.
It twisted my face in many different ways that my face had never done before.
Twisted your melon.
Have you ever got a dog to lick a lemon? That's what I felt like. I felt like a dog licking a lemon.
But you'll feel the benefit of that apple cider vinegar. Maybe later on when you're driving home, you'll think, oh, my upper and lower intestines feel very, very cleaned out.
Does it do anything to the pancreas?
I'm not sure what it does to the pancreas, but could you keep me posted on your defecatory habits? I know I sometimes do ask you.
I feel as if it might have put a road right through me, to be honest. I feel like, yeah,
you don't
Yep.
need... Should we pause the show? Or you
No,
good?
let's
You
carry
good?
on.
You
We'll see if we can get to the end.
That was a lovely, festive New Year's episode. Billy and I wish you a lot of luck and good fortune throughout 2022. Of course, we will be here with you guys to enjoy it with you. But just stay safe over New Year's Eve. Enjoy your time and have a glass of eggnog on us. with
I
no
hope-
lumps.
I hope you guys have a fantastic new year, and I hope 2022 is your favourite year yet.
What a lovely sentiment.
Lots of love from the Friendship Onion.
See you next year.
What we're doing now, Johnny? You bringing it up? Oh, have you got it there? Is it
No,
put
it's
it
not.
in?
That's the bottom of the page.
I was 21 years when I wrote
Wrote
this
this
song. I'm 22 now. Won't be for long. People ask me where will you go? Give me a buzz and I got my love school. I'm ready for your friend.
This one isn't formatted.
Well, I've got this big letting you go.
I don't
Want to change the world. I'm not looking for New England. I'm looking for another girl.
Harmonize with me and hold me tight all through the night. You're shining bright. I'm your oyster, baby. You're my pearl.